Why did I do it? Roommate, yeah. Robinson, I had enough of his hatred. Some hate can't be negotiated out. If I am able to grab my rifle unseen, I will have left no evidence. Going to attempt to retrieve it again. Hopefully they have moved on. I haven't seen anything about them finding it. Roommate, how long have you been planning this? Robinson, a bit over a week, I believe. I can get close to it, but there is a squad car parked right by it. I think they already swept that spot, but I don't want to chance it. Robinson again, I'm wishing I had circled back and grabbed it as soon as I got to my vehicle. I'm worried what my old man would do if I didn't bring back Grandpa's rifle. IDEK, if it's had a serial number, but it wouldn't trace to me. I worry about prints. I had it in a bush where I changed outfits. Didn't have the ability or time to breath. I might have to abandon it and hope they don't find prints. How the F will I explain losing it to my old man? Only thing I left was the rifle wrapped in a towel. Remember how I was engraving bullets? The effing messages are mostly a big meme. If I see notice bulge UWU on Fox News, I might have a stroke, all right. I'm gonna have to leave it. That really effing sucks. Judging from today, I'd say Grandpa's gun does just fine, IDK. I think that was a $2K scope. Wink, wink. Robinson again. Delete this exchange. Again, Robinson, my dad wants photos of the rifle. He says Grandpa wants to know who has what. The feds released a photo of the rifle, and it is very unique. He's calling me, RN, not answering. Robinson, since Trump got into office, my dad has been pretty diehard MAGA. Robinson, I'm going to turn myself in willingly. One of my neighbors here is a deputy for the sheriff. Again, you are all I worry about, love. That came from Robinson. Roommate, I'm much more worried about you. Robinson, don't talk to the media, please. Don't take any interviews or make any comments. If any police ask you questions, ask for a lawyer and stay silent. The search for Robinson's residence. Police executed a search warrant on Robinson's residence. During that search, police discovered a shell casing with etchings like the etchings found on the shells in the rifle near UVU. Police also found several target boards with bullet holes in Robinson's home. Now, as I stated at the beginning, when I read those allegations, these are allegations. And like the evidence set forth in this statement, those allegations, what you've heard from the media, even from state and federal officials, has not been tested in the crucible of a jury trial. I understand the public's desire to know the facts. Own family members have pressed me for information. Why are we reluctant to share the details of the investigation itself and comment on the case? Because I want to ensure a fair and impartial trial. I became a prosecutor because of my love for the ideals of this great country and the principles embedded in our Constitution. The free exchange of ideas and opinions is critical to this great American experiment, but so too are the protections afforded to the accused found in the Fifth and Sixth Amendments. The right against self-incrimination, the right to a speedy and public trial, the right to the effective assistance of counsel, the right to confront one's accusers, and the right to compel the attendance of witnesses. And perhaps most importantly, under our Constitution, the accused is presumed innocent until we, the state, prove to an impartial jury of defendant's peers his guilt beyond a reasonable doubt. That jury cannot rely on our allegations, on what they hear in the news, or on what they hear from a public official. The jury is the sole trier of fact, and they will ultimately determine those facts based on evidence a trial judge has determined is admissible. Again, as prosecutors, we bear the burden to prove guilt beyond a reasonable doubt. But make no mistake, we welcome this burden. I'd like to now introduce my trial team who will be charged with prosecuting the case. This is a veteran and expert team of some of the state's best trial attorneys. Chet Grunander, who is one of my two chief deputies, Ryan McBride and David Sturgill on the far right there. And those two were very much involved in preparing search warrants, did a phenomenal job, worked day and night to see that accomplished well after Robinson was taken into custody. Also, Lauren Hunt, she is one of our special victims prosecutors, and Chris Ballard, my second chief deputy, who will be handling motions. I'm going to explain just the procedural steps. We're not a grand jury. We don't have a grand jury system like the federal courts do. It's a preliminary hearing system. So the arrest and filing of the criminal information are merely the first steps in the criminal justice process. Today at 3 p.m., the defendant will appear before a judge in the Utah 4th District Court for his first appearance to be informed of these charges and to ensure that he has an attorney to represent him. The hearing will be brief. The judge will conduct that first appearance virtually via WebEx. This is not unusual. In the 4th District, all felony first appearances for defendants who are in custody are held virtually. A link to that hearing is available for media on the Utah State Court's X account at Utah State Courts. Now, following defendant's first appearance, he will be entitled to a preliminary hearing. At that hearing, the state will be required to show probable cause that defendant committed the crimes. The purpose of the preliminary hearing is not to determine guilt, but simply to assure the court that the prosecution has enough evidence to proceed to trial. If a judge finds probable cause and binds the case over for trial, an arraignment hearing will be held. At that hearing, a judge will again inform defendant of the charges against him and require him to enter a plea to each charge. The next step following the arraignment is an opportunity for the parties to file any relevant motions and then ultimately the trial itself. This case has generated a tremendous amount of interest across our nation and even the world. The public's desire for information is understandable, but it bears reiterating that this case will be tried in a court of law consistent with our Constitution, not the court of public opinion. Thus, we will only discuss the case with the press occasionally. It will not be a day-to-day or even week-to-week occurrence, but we will only do so in a manner as not to jeopardize the fair trial process. Before I conclude, I want to express my appreciation for the tireless work of our local, state, and federal law enforcement officers. They have an extremely difficult, dangerous, and often thankless job. I'm proud to acknowledge the exceptional work they do every day, and particularly their work on this case. It was truly a marvel to witness. Their skilled work and dedication have brought us to this point. I'm also grateful for the leadership demonstrated by Bo Mason, the commissioner of the Utah Department of Public Safety. FBI.
Well, I guess he's just thanking people now, but holy shit. Sounds like he, wow. They got him. I mean, it's a whole lot of evidence.
Sounds like they got the leftist gay guy that everyone suspected and that everyone said. Looks like it turned out to be true.
Yep.
Literally.
It wasn't a groiper. It was somebody who, like they said, the family, he had the text messages. This guy was a homosexual. Wow. So all of you people, we just got the receipts. It's not a groiper. It's not the right versus right. You know, I know there's at least one retard in here who was trying to say that, but he just dropped the receipts. This is a far left fag that was very angry because Charlie was a Christian and liked to say how it is sinful to engage in sodomy. He didn't make it a sin. It's already a sin. He's not Jesus. He can't decide whether or not it's a sin, but it is a sinful, and people are mad about that.
They didn't say he was a leftist. They didn't say he was a leftist. They said
yes,
he
was
did. Moving more left.
Oh, you're
well,
such a
geez.
dumbass.
Yeah. See, but hold on, guys. This is an amazing case study, and some of you guys already know this too. For the last several years, I'm talking probably a decade, these people are just detached from reality. You cannot get them to move or change their fucking mind, no matter how deep or credible the information is. There's nothing that's going to change them. They want to believe what they believe. That's it. So this fucker is going to leave, like a great deal of left, is going to leave, not changing their mind. They don't give a fuck. The conspiracy theories and the made-up belief is more valuable than actual proof and evidence. Go fuck yourself, Othello.
I feel the same way about white supremacists. They said the same shit.
This has nothing to do with white supremacy.
Yeah, but here's the thing. It took 1 year.
Has everything to do with it.
As the father said, it took 1 year of his son becoming more left-wing for him to say, I'm willing to commit extremism, murder, assassination.
White supremacists.
Tell me one goiper, right? Because everyone said it was a goiper. One time a goiper killed someone.
The groypers are they're not racist. The groypers are not racist.
Yes, they are, you fucking idiot. I literally have been talking to them for fucking years in private chats. Like, Jesus Christ, they are absolutely fucking racist. Like, you're so stupid.
PP, what's up? PP, what's a groiper?
It's a follower of Nick Fuentes. They're
Yeah,
part
they
of
are
the America
racist.
First pack.
Look it up.
Yeah, they are definitely racist. But I mean, here's the thing though. Like, it doesn't matter. Like, the racism thing, that's a white issue. You guys got to reconcile that shit. Your children are going to hate you for it. But here's the thing. It doesn't matter. Left or right, they don't like niggas. And after the situation, guess what? There were threats to HBCUs. And now you black guy in a fucking tree at a college campus.
What the fuck does that have to
In the
do with
South.
ending?
Well,
A black
here's the
person
thing,
hangs himself from a fucking tree?
Listen, check this out. It's
We're not in like the obvious game. We're not
saying.
even talking about that shit. Hold on, he just played a whole press conference and he won't say nothing about it.
It's the issue. It's ironic that shit comes on the heels of white America's backlash to black Americans' approval of what the fuck happened.
No one gives a fuck about that
There's even black
situation.
Americans.
No one gives a
Yeah,
fuck.
nobody
No one gives a fuck.
There's even black Americans. There's even black Americans that don't even
I'm
know
saying-
what happened, right?
Idiot.
No one gives a fuck
That
about
is
that.
You know how many-
Did you just get emotionally triggered?
Not
I
everyone.
literally said,
Some.
said there are black Americans that don't even approve of
Black
that
has
shit.
nothing to do with this. Just heard the DA talk.
Listen, dude. Listen,
This is
I don't
stupid,
care.
dude.
I mean, you guys kill each other all the time, just like we kill each other.
Down and shove
Yeah.
and
You don't want to deal with the issue of racism, but this is what Charlie
Thank you.
Kirk
You
was
know what?
built on.
This isn't racist. Shove your ignorance.
It
in its way.
absolutely
Let's
is,
down
and you will
and wake your
reconcile
ass
with it. The
up.
thing is, we don't have to make you do it. Your children.
Give
No,
her
it's
that
not.
right.
It wasn't racism
It's
because,
It's Cypher's
hold on a
spell. Learn how to
second.
spell.
No, this is bullshit.
Hey, what's up?
So, okay, hold on, Sean B. So, no, this is bullshit because, first of all, I made fun of Charlie Kirk all the time. I thought he was a Zionist cuck. I thought he never went hard enough when it comes to like white identity. There's a lot of things. I mean, not a lot of things, but there's things I definitely, I felt a certain way about him, and there was other conservatives that did as well. Now,
I never
when it
heard you
comes,
talk shit about him.
well, I didn't really. He never really came up.
And we, I mean, baby, we've been on that like 4 fucking years ago. Like I never heard you say shit about him.
Sure.
Can I chime in real quick?
Yeah, you can go right after me.
Yeah,
so
go
like,
ahead, go ahead. Finish.
I was gonna say, but he was not a fucking racist. That was why people further on the right criticized him. To sit here and say he stands on racism and all of this shit. No, he didn't. But it was because he could mention, some things that it might offend the sensibilities of sensitive, fragile, black people. Okay, I mean that doesn't make you racist at the end of
He
the
had
day.
to clean it up because he's on the
They
flip.
said
No.
He had to clean
Yeah,
it up.
that's bullshit. I can play a sound bite, bro.
Okay, cool.
But go ahead, Othello.
Yeah, he had to clean
Yeah,
it up.
so-
But no, shut the fuck up, Othello. Adrian gets to go.
Yeah. I just have a couple questions, man. Like, well, for one, since when did Goipers, become, when did Goipers get into relationships with trans people, or even cohabitate with trans people,
I can show you
or
a link where
sympathize,
a right wing They
that
still
wasn't
listen-
a cue to start talking.
time
That wasn't a cue to start talking.
trans porn.
Othello, shut the fuck up and let Adrian finish.
This is crazy.
People like him are like why people become like. There's no way. I want to call him the N-word, like, because that's exactly how he behaves. And I'm not the one who moved you down. Like, you make people racist, kind of like how Brad made that comment about how, you look bad you make Jews look bad. You just make black people look bad. You're very obnoxious. But go ahead, Adrian.
Yeah. Since when did Goipers become sympathizers of trans people and their issues? Never known that to happen. Till about the HBCU shit. How do y'all even know those white people that was making those threats? Right? Because we do know that there are some black people out here that will stage a hate crime to make it seem like white people did it. There are thousands of documented cases of this. I mean, shit, one of the most famous ones was Justin Smollett. He staged a goddamn fake hate crime. A lot of people know that shit. Another thing with the HBCU shit. We don't even have any credible outlets reporting on this. We just see people online saying this shit, and it's just a narrative that is running, right? We don't even know that these are white people or anyone has been charged for this shit, for making these threats against HBCUs. And another thing, black people, if we're gonna say,
Jesus, dude,
hey y'all,
thanks.
get the fuck out of the way.
You want it back at him?
This is white people fighting with each other. This is not our fight. Well, then you need to keep that same energy and stay out of it. Stop antagonizing the shit then. Because once you become an instigator of some shit that has nothing to do with you, you can't get mad when you get popped out. You can't go screaming victim. Now that, they're making threats against HBCUs. Well, I thought y'all said stay the fuck out of white people's business. Okay, cool. You can't play the instigator and a victim at the same time, black people. Y'all gotta stop doing that shit. If you're gonna stay out of it, bro, you need to chill. If you're gonna say stay out of it, then stay all the way the fuck up out of it then. Don't say shit about it then. Mind your fucking business. And the last thing. Black people being hung right now, guess what? Y'all can't say that that's white people doing it if y'all don't have any fucking proof. Because honestly, me coming from the community that I came from, the activist community here in Ferguson, look up a woman by the name of Melissa McKinnis. I know her personally. Her son hung himself from a tree in their yard. And motherfuckers went and blamed white people and said this was a racist attack, when really he was fucking mentally unstable and he killed himself. They tried to blame white people because they couldn't grasp the idea that this nigga killed his fucking self. So y'all gotta stop this bullshit if you don't have fucking proof of blaming white people for the suicide of a mentally ill or mentally unstable black person. Because we don't talk about mental health issues in the black community enough. So because he's hung himself, that does not mean that a fucking white person did that shit. And y'all gotta stop pushing that goddamn narrative. Now I'm done.
Also, on the HBCU things, a lot of people are conflating things because what happened prior to that was a young girl who was stabbed on a subway by a black man who said, and I quote, "I got that white bitch." So there's a lot of things that are going through, like the protest in San Francisco was actually organized and orchestrated on the foundations of poor little girls.
Right? He got dealt with. Right?
Who got dealt with?
Yeah.
Who
The
got dealt
guy, the guy that did the shit on this
Yeah,
motherfucker.
he's out free right now.
Nicolo Brown, he's in custody. That's all.
He got arrested.
No,
He
he's
got
in
dealt
he's
with.
in a so for those of you who don't know,
He's
that
in a
that
mental
is
facility.
that yeah, if you go to if you're in county jail, you go to a county medical facility, and if you go to the county psychiatric hospital, which I'm sure that's where he is, those are locked down like a jail. You can't have like a phone. You can't. It's basically super secure.
You're not roaming the street.
Yeah,
So
no.
how is that out free, Brad?
So
I wanted him in prison.
Brad
to
doesn't
sit
fucking
there on
know.
the toilet and share showers with
misinformation.
a bunch of other people. I wanted him to be getting cornholes.
Yeah, the only problem with that is that when you have a diagnosis like schizophrenia, which he already has, in order for there to even be a trial, they have to do their best to restore him to competency. Otherwise,
Right.
what will happen is if he's found not competent to stand trial, they won't try him. And then they end up having to civilly, because he poses a danger to the public, he would get civilly committed to a state hospital, which he could end up there for the rest of his life. So that's why they have to do it.
Like, yeah. And that's the truth. So here's the thing, though. To Adrian's point, it does. Here's some points that he raised that are valid, right? But what crosses the line of sucking the white man's dick is all of this vitriol about protecting white civility. Yes, this is their issue, and it is our issue to heal from. I'm not going to blame white people for everything that happens to black people.
What do you have to heal from?
From your trauma, from the trauma that has never been addressed, caused by white supremacy and racism in America. Definitely is something that your forefathers created and you've benefited from. The thing is that you have to reconcile that with yourself in history. What we have to do as Black Americans is heal from it. That healing mechanism looks like us being self-accountable, right? And all of that stuff. So I hear that those streams in Adrian's submission. However, this is where the line gets crossed. Get out of their way of accepting their own blame. Because what white people are going to have to deal with is their children's hatred of what history will report of them. Their comments online, the shit that's happened since before they were even born, all the way up until today. And in terms of what happened with Charlie Kirk, yes, that was another white male was offended enough by his fucking words that he took action. Not another black person, but he did.
You're right, bro.
Right? Now, was Charlie Kirk a fucking racist? Absolutely. Did he hide behind fucking Christ? Did he hide behind Christ? I mean, lying is not Christ-like, and it's not good. Sitting here saying that Black Americans that make up less than 13% of the population, according to the census, that make up 55% of the crime, is not only racist, it's fucking ignorant and inarticulate. 38% of the prison population is black. 57% is white.
It's 55% of the homicides, not the crime.
No, not even the homicides, bro. Listen, check this
Yes,
out.
you are. Since 2020, you guys have made over 60%. What the fuck are you talking about?
Look up the facts, bro. Look at the fucking facts. Go to the Bureau of Prisons. 38%, right? 38% of those people that are in prison. 1,600.
Okay, I understand. You don't understand.
Can I finish, bro?
No, you can't, because you're just saying something very stupid.
Shut me up while I'm dropping facts that you don't want to
No,
talk about.
because you're conflating two very different things. People are in prison. Who the fuck is talking? People are in prison for. Who the fuck said that? People are in. Okay, you have 38% of people in prison are black. Now they could have been put in prison in 2000, 2005, 1995, 1980. from all years. Just because when you see an upsurge in murders in one given year does not mean that the prison the inmates are going to reflect that year's current crime or murder stats. Like, that is fucking retarded. We do know the percentage of, we do know what percentage of the homicides are being committed by blacks, though. That's very easy to fucking figure out.
10% of those homicides are getting jail because 58% of that 38% have been locked up falsely. Did you know that?
No, it's not true. It's a very small percentage of murders.
Yeah, but here's the thing. I don't have to lie to you, bro. And you haven't even Googled the
gave a number.
Like, anybody can go to Bureau of Prisons and look up these stats in real time. He was lying about the criminality of black Americans. Before 1960, there was never really this push for criminality of black Americans until after really slavery. But you had to.
Have you guys stopped not committing more than half the homicides in America? That might be a start.
I didn't interrupt you, bro. I mean, come on now. I know you're a mind dog, and you've been on this app, and we talk shit all the damn time. But bro, I'm literally bringing facts that's making you guys feel insecure about yourself, and it's highlighting everything I'm saying. I understand that a lot of y'all are triggered by this shit because y'all don't want to really deal with that issue. It's not my problem, really, right? Because you're going to deal with it one way or another. Your children's going to really hold you accountable. That's not me.
That's
right.
I understand.
So at the end of the day,
hurry up.
Well, no. I don't have to. I don't have to. It's not even about that because that's a whole nother conversation. The only point that I'm making is that the issue of race does play. The issue of race. The issue of race. The issue of race. Yeah. The issue of race does play into this because if you're lying and trying to make us look worse than what we actually fucking are, and the truth is, yeah, right now, like, Bob, come on, help me out, guys. Okay, Bob. So you're not gonna allow me to land my plane, though?
That's what they start doing.
Yeah. You're not gonna allow me to land my plane, though, Brad?
Land your plane. Then Brad, you can go after.
Yeah, appreciate that. So literally, these are fucking facts. When you manipulate facts and try to put out a narrative of criminal behavior or malignant behavior from a community to isolate or highlight them as being a fucking problem, and it's not even true, right? Or it's at the same par, at best case scenario, as your own white counterparts, you are exuding racism. You're espousing racist misinformation, right? And you're also trying to highlight or relegate people to a lesser class and validate the treatment of and the mistreatment of those particular people. And that's been the main talk. Was the only thing I agreed with him on was about half of what he says about immigration, right? And then 100% of what he said about the transgender LGBTQIA community. Those are only 2 points that I'm not offended by racism. I'm not offended by them at all. I step on them. I can crush their whole fucking self-esteem with understanding that you don't know much about your own history. And if I unpack it for you, you would feel really inferior. Now, it's not about an inferior complex or not, or a superiority complex. What it's mostly about is the humanness of all of our experiences. Because black people have problems, Latino people got problems, white people definitely got documented problems if you Google their fucking history. And if all you have to do is just deal with the issue yourself, you can stop all of this shit. I'll end with this last little point. I would be careful, white Americans, air quote, of calling yourself white. You need to Google the word white and what the etymology of that means. It means you're a wicked, evil, and unlucky person. Your natural origin story was from Europa or Aryan, Khazarian, whatever you want to call yourself, from Eastern Europe. You're Europeans. I would not want to, if you educate yourselves, and this is where racism comes from, it's literally ignorance and fear. Racism is the personification of ignorance and fear, right? Even for black folks that are just ignorant of their own fucking edge in history, that don't know much about their shit, we could all fucking be human and deal with the humanity of us. And if we stop, I understand. I mean, goddamn. I mean, I was done if I wasn't interrupted. Yeah, I'm landing it right here. You guys are interrupting me, right? I'm reconciling this whole shit with humanity. I'm appealing to your humanity.
I'm telling you, just wrap it up. 30 seconds.
I'll tell you what. You can call yourself white, but anybody that's smart enough to Google what that is, I would not call yourself white American. at all.
White power.
You're
All right,
European.
thank you very much. White fucking power, everybody. Go ahead, Brad.
Yeah,
Some bullshit.
I love it when the Martin
on the
Luther
bullshit.
tweets and the fucking Hebrew fucking faggot Israelites who like to bend each other over into tashiki cloths, like get on stages and start pontificating like how they're envisioning the world. There's nothing wrong with being white. There's absolutely nothing wrong with being black. There's nothing wrong with being fucking Jewish. There's nothing wrong with being anything except for Canadian, France, and maybe England. There's absolutely nothing wrong with being anything else. It doesn't fucking matter. Our kids aren't going to be fucking upset with us because guess what? We raised our kids. We do it. You know what? If you really wanted to start breaking down stats, which you brought, and again, you like, no, you see, you're the same guy that came into my room and went through and started doing all that Asian fucking racist shit towards KK, and then you want to sit up here and go, oh, but white people are the fucking problem. Yeah, you don't have a cock. You have a fucking vagina. That's what you have.
No, bitch.
We know this shit. We know you bent yourself over. We know you touch your toes. Brad. You don't have it. Like, I get it. I get it. You want to go and say, touch your pearls and your little dress.
You're such an
You
intellectual.
want to
Attack
fucking
the
own me.
argument.
Oh, I'm oppressed. The white man spanked me. The white man owned me. The white man
Attack
owns
the
me.
argument.
Him, his. Like, yes, master. I want to clean his balls off.
my
I want to
God.
be the fucking favorite one. You want to be Samuel L. Jackson in
Watch
fucking
this guy.
Django. You wanted to be that fucking shit. But you're still
Big time Django, bitch.
Yeah, what do
Can
you got?
you
Nothing.
remove
Again.
Cypher from the room? This
Yeah,
is-
Yes, he is.
Please,
Hold on,
remove
hold on.
this guy from the room.
Cypher, yo, you gotta shut the fuck up, man. Everybody was quiet and silent. We let you ramble on for a long time. Let Brad.
But that didn't happen though, Zig. But I'll shut the fuck up.
Cypher,
You
just
should
be
shut
quiet
the
and let
fuck up.
Brad.
Go back to
let Brad-
sucking that dick. You fucking piece of shit faggot. So this guy, like, none of his stats actually mathematically make sense. And then he contradicts himself by saying, well, you can manipulate stats, and this goes to show. And then you don't want to be called white. You don't want to be called this or that. You don't know what culture people come from. And fuck your Europa. Fuck your Sky Daddy bullshit. Fuck your Hebrew Israelite bullshit. No one wants to fucking hear that shit. You guys are just some fucking morons who stand on the street corner saying, we'll one day enslave the white man. Because your only claim to fame, the only thing that you guys get off on is like having some kind of impressionable young fucking girl sitting there going, oh yes, he's going to be my next big king. You didn't come from kings and queens. You were conquered pugs. You were brought here as slaves, and that's the extent of it. And hey, you got lucky in terms of the Atlantic slave trade. You landed in America. You didn't go to Brazil. You didn't go through the Caribbean. That was all sorts of fucked up. You didn't want to go to that one because that shit's there. And you're not even after those other nations that partook. You aren't going to Brazil. You're not going to Jamaica. You're not arguing for St. Kitts. You're not arguing for St. Michael, Trinidad, Tobago, any of those places, Mexico. You're not going to them for reparations, for actually buying and participating in the slave trade. No, you motherfuckers still want to do all this shit. You want to scream on that shit. You don't even know the history. You just fucking give us some fucking fake Hebrew Israelite bullshit that was created in the 60s by one guy who said, I had a dream that black people were the essential beings of the world, and started preaching this shit after he got out of prison after being butt fucked in the showers fucking 9 times out of the day. So, like, spare me this whole ideological thing that you have. Fuck again your beliefs. Fuck again your fucking religion. And fuck again everything you state, because nothing you had was in fact. And you know what? My kids are going to grow really proud of their father. My grandkids, if I'm fortunate enough to have them, are going to grow up to be proud of it. And so is everyone else's kids in this world, because you know what? At least I did something to make the world a better place than it was before I was born into it. You, all you did was sit up there and go, I'm a Hebrew Israelite and fuck everybody else because they're not black. Well, fuck you because you're black. How's that one?
So, Cypher, you're going to go into another room and be racist towards other
I think I
people.
lost brain cells after Brad talked.
I would never listen to a fucking like this. If you just heard everything that I allowed him to say, then I wouldn't listen to a guy like that. He has no credibility. But I did tell KK to suck my
You have
BBC.
to offer, accept, complaining. What is your solution? Can you say what?
Oh yeah, I do have solutions. So yeah. So here's my solutions, right? I mean, in real time, like we're raising like $250 million to pilot some of my solutions. It's called IBP program, right? It's called Incentivized Behavior Programming for Affordable Housing Solutions, which centers around education, poverty, homelessness prevention, right? I'm also doing it here in South America where I'm at in Cartagena, Colombia, right? Also do exports of American goods and services around the globe, internationally, right?
Why not talk about
So
this stuff?
also, hold on. In my PTR, I'm sitting at the table with $50 billion of black and white money. No. She asked me a question. I'm answering it. I'm answering her question. No. I'm answering her question. I'm answering her question. So for affordable housing solutions, with that and this is not just for Black Americans. This is for white people, right? Too. Poor whites like Brad can live in affordable housing communities. And if he upkeeps the community that's money off of his rent, if his children are actually behaving good in school and they're making good grades and get money to take home.
That don't look like
She asked me a question.
That don't look like BHI to me.
There must be some poop.
Damn, she asked me a question. I'm getting muted.
That don't look like BHI to me.
Because he's making it up. It's fake. He's fake.
How is it fake, dude? Like it's actually getting it's already implemented. It's getting implemented in real time in Columbus, Ohio, and Atlanta, Georgia, and Houston, Texas.
Drop a source. Can you drop a source in the chat?
Fuck no, I would never let you creatures get a hold of that shit and try and ruin it.
Okay. Well,
I could,
so much
but I'm not gonna let you guys ruin it.
Garnering support. So much for garnering support.
No, I don't want your support. This stage could not support me. What you're going to do is just witness the overflow, and your children will either benefit from it. Like that's the main thing, right? Like your children would benefit from programs like this, right? People like Brad that live in the portal that could.
Okay, there's a lot of people. This
Can afford to live in I put them in a good house.
You're being presumptive, Cypher. I mean, you're.
Yeah, she asked a question. I'm not even being facetious. I'm actually like being genuine and answering it really quick.
Benefit from that.
Well, I just want to say because okay, I'm hearing a lot of babbling. Hold on a second. I'm hearing a lot of babbling, and all I want to say is that white fucking power, everybody. If we look at everything. I mean, look at America, look at North America, look at Latin America. All of it founded by and mainly built by white people. New Zealand, Australia, any nice place in Africa was built by white people. Then it went to shit once black people were given their quote unquote freedom. Europe is like really. So I would say this, not only are our children not going to feel ashamed, they're going to say, holy shit, white people, they were conquerors, they're innovators. That's why all of us, all throughout the fucking world, except for like the Asian continent, we all speak their fucking languages because white people are fucking amazing. And they're the best looking people. That's why when you go to Latin America, all of the people on TV, the movie stars, the actresses, they're white people. It's white people that keep everything running in the West. And, it's nice to have pride in being black. That is perfectly fine. But we are the master race. And, I just want to say white fucking power, everybody. And thank you.
Sure.
You can't even play fucking basketball. How the fuck are y'all superior?
And how are you superior if you have a recessive gene?
Hey, jump high, you don't got no rhythm.
Well, here's the thing. You guys can say, listen. As a white man.
Wait. You can't swim. You can't play hockey. Do you want to go there? Is that it?
Hockey. Come on now. Get the fuck out of here.
The last champion of the slam dunk contest was a white boy.
Shit. The fastest fucking mile swam is by a white boy.
Did y'all see what Terrence Crawford did to that?
Like, you're really eating the white dick, bro.
You guys see what Terrence Crawford did?
Can't even
I'm sucking his dick, bro.
Thing.
Well, here's the thing. When I hear,
this is embarrassing.
Hold on for a second, Cypher. First of all, you don't know me. Second of all,
I know that you're
that ain't what the fuck is happening right now. Shut the fuck up, bro.
I know that you're here. I know that you're insecure. I know that you're weak.
Nobody talking to your bitch ass, bro. You need to shut the fuck up. That whole goddamn clique over there looking like goddamn a Byron Long church and shit, bro. Quit talking to me, bro.
Byron Long had you in the bathroom.
Somebody
Yeah, he was bending you over.
Girlfriend named Adrian.
Alright, I know, bro.
You're eating his dick. Stop running.
Why are you obsessed with that man's dick, bro? God damn.
I told you, Adrian, those Hebrew Israelites, they want the white man's cock. They want to polish those balls until
you're fucking Adrian. I'm just coming out with it. Now I know.
Adrian,
Hey, that That's your comeback, bro?
Adrian trying to get that. He's trying to work for that green thing.
Okay, cool.
What are you gonna do about it?
So Cypher.
What are you gonna do about it?
So you know.
What are you gonna do about it?
Okay, cool.
Huh?
I'm just letting you know. You know what's up from here, right? You know what's up from here, right?
Uh-oh, you got.
I don't know what's up.
You got a clubhouse.
So
You got.
demonstrate.
Alright, so it's
Demonstrate.
right?
But just demonstrate it. Don't talk about it. You're talking. Just demonstrate.
Okay. Okay.
Okay.
You know what? You're like to demonstrate like your fake fucking company and all of your fucking things out there. Like you gave a roll off that you did, all that fucking international business dealings on 24/7 on Clubhouse. Fucking bullshit, man.
Brad, I will literally find all the women in your family and fuck them and put it on
you
YouTube.
won't.
Me too.
Wait a second.
Listen, Cypher. Okay, when you say you're going to have sex with all the women in his family, we know that's actually a rape threat. So please stop doing that. Let's see here. I did hear a quieter white man that was trying to talk. His speaker is not, or his microphone is not that loud. Go ahead, Dad.
Yeah, I appreciate it. Thank you so much, Pepe. And as a white man, and as a proud white man, I am one of those type of people who are proud to be white. You know, when I hear black people say white people inferior, recessive genes, all these things, all it makes me think is that it's crazy that the world population of white people is just around 8%, usually probably down to 7% now. The most recent data was 2019, but 8% is the white world population, right? And we have recessive genes, and we come from very, very cold climates that kill off a lot of our people. That's not resource dense either. And it's really interesting that those recessive gene whiteys, those pasty white men, were able to conquer and formulate the world that we all live in today, that we all are able to prosper in today, is on the backs of white men. And that's so crazy that you have the privilege of saying that on the white man's phone, on the white man's app, on the white man's Wi-Fi, on the white man's data, on the white man's cellular carrier, all those things white men were able to formulate, create the society that was able to prosper and create those existing formulas. So I'm a proud white man. I'm proud of what my white people have done for every single people of different color and race and culture backgrounds. So yeah, I mean, and, you can be mad as a black man. This isn't black versus white though. I know black
Regardless,
that we target them.
You know what? You're talking bullshit. I know who you are. Everyone knows who you are, Dad. And you know what? Fuck you. You don't represent my white ass. You don't represent many white asses. You are a disgrace to the white man. You should shut the fuck up.
I don't know why.
And just flush yourself down the Cypher, down the fucking toilet with your ignorant, small town, stupid bullshit. Thank you.
What did and again, this is it's the same type of people who won't engage in, I guess, the debate. What did I say that was false?
Had sex with Africans in Africa, and you were talking about how women that dress sexy are whores. That's you, Daddy.
Again, you're moving the goalposts. You're
that's you. You know what? I don't respect for anything that comes out of your stupid fucking mouth. You're a fucking idiot until you actually start getting some
guys, you don't need to fight on white. Guys, we already, okay, this room starts, wow. Okay, this is not the place for white-on-white violence. Okay, we let those other animals do it. So, not on my stage, please.
In your nature, guys.
Look at you animal cracker.
Well, you do see the problem, though, what Sean brought up, which is that instead of engaging with what I said, which is all factual, and I would love for anyone to debate what I just said, which is true, that everyone on this stage
I would love to debate that.
Has been able to.
Do you want to debate it?
White men's achievements. Sure, Cypher.
Do you want to debate that?
Tell me how you have not prospered. How you have not prospered off of white man's achievements. Go.
Okay, because you haven't achieved much of anything without stealing or taking from other people. Name a white invention
So
that was
I'm
made
curious.
that was not
Sure, ships. Like, I'm just curious. Did we like go to like the shore of what would have, I don't know, been Nigeria or Benin, and I guess steal I don't know, a seaworthy ship from the brothers, and then conquer the world with it? How did that happen?
No. So great point, Pepe. So you didn't steal anything, right? What you did is that you brought back the people that you expelled out of Spain and Portugal to find cheap labor because you couldn't develop a country of your own without us. So you asked them to give them the refugees that you kicked out of Spain and Portugal and sell them to you cheap. If they're not going to kill them already, the ones you're not going to kill, send it to us, and we'll send them to the Isles of St. Thomas and other places in the Caribbean, like Cartagena, Colombia, where I'm at right now, talking to you guys, looking at the Caribbean Sea. And you sent them there to build and develop that whole region because you couldn't do it. Just like the Visigoths, the Goths, the Aryans, and all the other motherfucking white tribes.
White fucking power.
Roman, the last remaining, the end of the Roman Empire that you guys self-destruct, right? And you went to the Moors to ask them to take over that shit, and they did, just like the Moors, like your guy Saint Maurice saved the Celts from Roman annihilation in 275 CE, right? Just like Septimius Severus from Africa established Brittany, right? Just like the original Europeans or the black families of Europe, where your court gestures,
We was niggas
your
and shit back in the
auditors,
day.
your taxes, all of this stuff, right? And all of that was developed by the Moorish rule. We brought you out
So
the
are you?
The niggas was the original Europeans, bro.
You guys have a recessive. Listen, like the medieval. You're the only people that had a medieval time period.
Do you know the percentage of
Okay, I thought I was answering your question.
Yeah,
I want you to clarify. Do you know the percentage of Europe that the Moors traveled to? What percentage of Europe?
The percentage of Europe, all over. Basically. Oh, I'm answering your question. Literally, Spain, Portugal, the Iberian Peninsula. They also went into Germany. They went to Germanic areas, southern France, southern Russia, like Alexander Pushkin.
But the only problem with the Moors,
Alexander Pushkin, who created the Russian language. Without him, you'd still be speaking.
Wait, are you telling me?
Right?
Are you telling me that the first czars of Russia, they'd be real niggas and shit?
Still jump on goddamn
Like
Clubhouse.
Well, I mean, here's the thing. Even the first king of Brittany was a nigga. Septimius Severus. Your original, even Pope Matilites was like your second fucking pope. Like Greek African pope.
I'm sorry.
And I'm not even in alignment with Africa. Like, I'm a different breed. Right?
The Moors never conquered Britain.
No, I know.
They never got passed up to the count. They never.
I didn't say Brittany, fool. I didn't say that they conquered Brittany. Said that they conquered the Iberian Peninsula, you goofy. Like, you retarded fucking nincompoop creature. You recessive genetic fucking squalling shit. You fucking shit monkey. You shaved fucking ape. You barely sentient fucking roach. I literally said that Septimius Severus was the first king of Brittany. Yeah, no, bitch. I just happen to know your history more than you do. I can unpack your whole fucking history timeline and tell you how filthy, nasty, and recessive and illiterate you motherfuckers are.
That photo.
No, it's not made up, bitch. I'm Googleable. All of the shit that I'm saying is an actual fact. You're just mad at the fucking facts, and your kids are gonna fucking hate you for it.
But the reality, actually, you guys, we do have an OG nigga from and the part of Europe where niggas live, and that is. So we are going to let. Hold on. We have a real burrito. Well, no, I'm a spick. Get it right. Now, we have a real nigga from Italy on the stage, so let him speak. Go ahead, Rick.
Yeah, I'd like to say that Septimio Severo, which is the way how we say it here in Latin and Italian too, was of his mother was Italian, and his father was Phoenician. So the guy actually wasn't a real nigga, as how in Cypher you're saying this guy was a nigga. He wasn't.
I didn't use the word nigga. You just want to use it because you're safe on this app. Okay. I didn't say that. I didn't call him.
Come on, let the Italian finish.
He was in Africa, and what he's saying is a lie.
Well, let him finish. Let the Italian. Okay, Cipher. You got to let the Italian finish. I'm trying not to put anybody down. That's usually not my style. So let Rick finish, please.
Mm-hmm. So at that time, the place that you're referring to where he was born was called Leptismania, which is the actual Libya of today. But at that time it was called Leptismania, but because it was a part of the Roman Empire, but actually those places were populated actually by Italians and Phoenicians, and also by North Africans and stuff. It's true. But the guy, Settimio Severo, was his mama was Italian and Papa was Phoenician. So let's say like a kind of olive skin like I have, like you can see in the picture. That's the type of person you're talking about. So, and also when Cipher was talking about all the inventions that we stole, Cipher, let me tell you a couple of things. Okay, Europe created 1,000. So 90% of what you're using today, and of course, we have different modified
versions. Just name them.
What? Of course. Let me. So okay. Galileo Galilei invented in 1593 the thermometer. The battery was built by example Alessandro Volta in the 1800s. The radio was built by Guglielmo Marconi in 1895. The telephone by Antonio Meucci in 1850. Nitroglycerin explosives.
Tell us something that was not stolen, sir.
Well, he just told you he invented it.
No, he didn't. He's lying to you in real time.
No. I'm sorry. Even the concept of the parachute and the helicopter. Do you know who invented this? Cipher, do you
Tell
know?
us something that was not stolen. Because you would have to explain the Iraqi battery that's 6,000 years old.
I'm trying to respond. So, the helicopter as a concept and the parachute were thought about by Leonardo da Vinci.
Yes. Because of
Leonardo da Vinci.
Yes.
You see, these guineas. See, I think this is the part. I think this is the part. Hold on a second. This is the part that I think is maybe Cypher's getting confused. Is we, as all the jokes we like to make fun of Italians. They were like, at one point the heart of Western civilization and innovation. And, they still have they've had a rich history even up until today. And those Moors, hold on a second. Now, by all accounts, the Phoenicians, they were Mediterranean people, but they were definitely not black. And then when you talk about the Moors, you're talking about the whitest people from literally, and I mean phenotypically, the whitest people of North Africa that are more similar to the Berbers, who often have lighter hair and lighter eyes. These were not black people. The Moors were not black.
And they're Muslim. They were complex. You're afraid to admit that they were black.
Cipher, can I give you another couple of examples? So that's how.
Come on, dude. Because I could unpack about 50,000 U.S. patents just by American Negroes that you wouldn't have a modern society without us. But go ahead.
It's okay. Probably those 50,000 patents are based off. Possibly are based off of, for example, the microprocessor that was invented by a very famous Venetian here, Federico Faggin, in 1971, okay, in the region of Veneto, okay. Another one that everybody's using today, fucking concrete, everybody's using today, was invented by the fucking Romans back in the days, 2,000 plus years ago. Example. We can continue. We can continue. The piano in the 1700s by Bartolomeo Cristofori in Florence. The violin, all the beautiful things that we have today. Both electronics and more. So they were all made in Europe. Yeah. You can deny that. I respect that you want to deny reality, but this is what
that's fine, Rick. Hey, you gave us enough, right? Okay, now here's my counter. Right? You know what? I'm going to give you so much grace and not unpack everything you just fucking said. I'm not going to even do that, right? I'll just give it to you, right? Now, name black inventions.
peanut butter and the change of an already existing street light to one that's yellow, green, red. Amazing.
Aunt Jemima.
Keep going.
Aunt Jemima
That's about
did
it.
amazing.
Keep going.
She invented.
No, I'm asking Rick. I'm asking Rick, guys.
Oh,
Hold on. I know you want to lynch me. I know you want to lynch me.
Rap
But go ahead. I'm just asking you, Rick.
No one wants to lynch you. I just want to play.
Pepe, can I get the same respect that you gave Rick? Can I get the same respect?
No, you can't.
Okay.
You're not
So I'm asking Rick. It's on Rick. Rick, give us black inventions.
Israelite. Like again.
Okay, hey Pepe, I'm getting cut off by this fucking animal. Brad's bitch ass is off the mic, Pepe.
I'm trying.
This fucking animal is fucking sentient ape.
I don't have to. You're right. My
The
DNA
shaved,
is
barely sentient ape is asking me while I'm talking to another guy.
Yeah, but Brad is uncontrollable. He's a potato nigger from Ireland, and those people are animals.
Wow. So, but Pepe, you asked me to give Rick the floor. Come on, dude. Like, you're mod, man. Go ahead and mute him.
Okay.
That makes no sense. You can't even validate.
Yeah. Okay, Brad. Look, I'll come over for dinner later. Okay.
International.
I'll come over. I'll come over for dinner later.
4 hours a day on fucking Clubhouse.
Got you.
He's either
keeping
law.
Appreciate it, man. Let it out, man. Let it out. You need a hug.
Some other fucking bullshit that he likes.
I know. You need a hug,
about
dude.
people sucking dick, and he loves going after women, targeting them directly.
Right.
And talking
No,
about.
you're a woman, though, little bitch. You're a woman. Look at you right now.
That's his whole.
Look how I got you right now, you effeminate creature.
You got nothing, dude. Again, if you were all.
You got nothing, dude. You got nothing, dude. Hulk Hogan's dead. Kirk is dead. Austin's dead. All of them are dead. But Rick, I just want to talk to Rick, if I could.
You're an example of pure ignorance.
Yeah. That's fine. I love it. But I just really wanted to talk to Rick. I was talking about black invention. I was asking Rick and giving him a way out. You're letting Rick run.
And you couldn't do that shit.
Hey guys, you're letting Rick run.
Now you're here. Now.
Yeah, but no, we're not anywhere, Brad. You couldn't take us nowhere. You couldn't take yourself out of your own emotions.
And now you just want to.
Yeah, fuck your kids. I don't give a fuck about them.
I know
Yeah, you're right. So I'm just talking to Rick right now, bitch.
You piece of shit.
I'm only talking to Rick right now, bitch.
You were that, man. Your daddy.
Rick, just tell me some more black inventions, Rick. Don't never mind anything else.
You are that kitty toucher. Like father, like son, right? Your daddy is just that fucking piece of shit.
Shut your bitch ass up, nigga.
Yeah, the jet.
What are you gonna
Right.
What are you gonna
Right. Hey, Brad, my dad's dead, though, Brad. I can send it to him, but my dad's dead. But Rick, let me go ahead and ask Rick the question. Why you guys so riled up and fucking emotional? God, I thought you guys were so civil.
No, man, I don't have to comport.
I thought you were fucking civil. I thought you were civilized people.
I know you like raping girls, kids. I know you like raping kids. That's what you said.
Wow, that's so nasty. I didn't know you were into that, Brad.
Didn't you
Now you're
just
telling us
say
who you
there
are,
was one
Brad.
civilized thing on the stage?
We got it. You said you
Yeah, I thought you were so civil. Dad said you guys were civil.
You be civil anymore. You ain't civil. You're a fucking Neanderthal.
He's so fucking civil.
Shit. You're a.
Oh, yeah.
You're not.
Tell us more. Yeah. Okay, but you're here. So, Rick, you're giving Rick a run. You're giving Rick the runway to run from this conversation,
You
bitch.
bought a fucking microphone at Walmart.
At Walmart. I'll buy your daughter. I'll buy your wife. I'll buy your mother. I'll buy your grandmother. I'll buy all of them. Like, that's what I'll do.
By the way, we got that nice little clip.
I think Cyclone might should be
So we don't
roommates.
have to worry
But then we might be able to call the
Yeah, but Pepe, we still let this shit happen right now. You're fucking
Everybody's crashing out.
people they are.
You're letting these.
I mean, I got an Indian, and then I got an Irish, and then I got a black, and you people animals.
These monkeys
I can't
crash
control
out.
all of them
Crash
people.
dummies. I only asked Rick one question. Name some black inventions. Look at the visual. Look at the visual. So Rick, don't run from this, Rick. I'm focused on you, Rick. I want you to name some black inventions.
I guess you know what?
I want Brad to drop his
55% of the sexual assault, and that black women.
No, Brad's not gonna do that. Brad's a pussy. He's just on his app. He's on the talking app. He's a bitch in real life. He's not gonna do that.
I give you your Pookie and your Ray Ray. I give you fucking
Pookie and your Ray Ray.
Right, fucking.
I'll give you your Andrews and your Anthony's
That one.
and your Jonathans.
That's the guy that's punching your.
Yeah. I'll name all your fucking murderers.
That's the fucking.
I'll name all you white murderers.
It said he was going to.
I'll give you your Hitlers back. I'll give you guys this fucking the guy that just killed your other guy, your Kurtz. So look, hey,
I'd like
Rick,
to say,
name some black
I'd like to say
inventions.
I'd like to say also.
Hey guys, let Rick go ahead and say something.
Oh, Pepe, it's so racist. Now you want to let Rick speak.
Go ahead, Rick. Go ahead.
Cypher.
Go ahead, Rick. Answer the question first.
Yeah, real quick. Actually, you mentioned Hitler. Under Hitler, that was the first time when testosterone was isolated. Actually,
No,
and
what are the black inventions?
Drugs too.
Black inventions, sir. Stay focused, Rick. Don't run from this. You're demonstrating. You're losing. You're losing the argument, brother.
You guys created that.
Are you letting me speak? Are you letting me speak or no? Just to know.
No, I mean I want you to answer the question.
Okay, I will answer like this. If you have some people, black
Name
people
some
that
black inventions, sir. That's all I ask.
No. I know my
You're asking him to name something that doesn't exist. How the fuck is he gonna? That's a trick question.
Yeah,
Maybe you can do a little research rather than eating out of a fucking dog bowl and taking a shit your whole entire life, you ignorant piece of cock shit. Cypher. Yeah, I'm talking to you, Cypher. Yeah, Cypher. Yeah. Why don't you fucking educate yourself instead of asking questions that you can fucking find the answers out for yourself, you stupid ignorant piece of shit. Let your ass down the toilet, you piece of dog shit.
Go ahead, Rick. Tell us some black inventions,
Rick.
Rick.
I'm not friends with idiots like you.
You know what?
I see an idiot. Every time I see an idiot on stage, I go.
You're emotional. Where's your father?
Guess what? I'm glad I'm not.
Why did the men in your family fail you?
3.3K friends and you ain't one, bitch. Go flush your ass down the toilet.
Why would I want to be your fucking friend? You're nobody.
Bye.
Yes, you're fat.
Bye.
And you're sassy.
Mama.
You smell like must.
You don't have a daddy.
You smell like mildew moisturizer. You smell like old pussy.
Piece of shit. Oh,
you smell like your grandma's drawers.
You know what? I got some Mando for you. You might need to
You smell like Brad's drawers.
Yeah.
Is there going to be a productive conversation?
I was having it, but I mean, these creatures, they can't control themselves.
Like made up a whole narrative.
I'm literally asking Rick one question that he cannot fucking answer.
Which is probably why he
Brad, shut your lying, filthy, funky monkey ass up. You fucking barely sentient nigger. You're a white nigger. You shut your white lying nigger ass up.
Hey,
Brad.
you know what? If you were all about that,
You white nigger. Hey, white nigger. Hey, you white cave dwelling nigger monkey. Hey, listen, boy. I don't talk about fucking kids. You lying ass piece of fucking shit. But I'll tell you what, little lying ass, immature, emotionally unstable fucking piece of dookie. I'll tell you this little pelican bird shit. I'll tell you this little bird shit. How about this? How about you get the fuck out the way and allow me and Rick to finish our conversation? Can you do that?
I'm gonna cut your balls off because you're that type.
Brad's not gonna do that. Brad's a bitch in real life. He's pure moisture.
You chase those
I'll
things.
come see you, nigga. Drop that location, nigga.
Alright, guys, say order, cut this shit.
You don't want those problems. He does not want those problems in real life.
Are we allowing?
So listen, we're not gonna have this shit go on long enough. You guys don't threaten each other, either fight or let that shit go. I'm talking physically.
Are we allowing threats in the room? Can we not have that?
But Free, can I ask?
I just started coming back in, so I don't have my request. I'm not talking about just sitting down.
Hey, Rick, can I finish asking Phil? I asked him a question.
Fair enough. Hold on. Sean. Let's pick up with Cypher. He has to start back up. So I stepped away so I can hear a lot of what just happened. So let's have.
Because this guy just like he wanted to rape my kid. So I mean, I really.
You know, that's a fucking lie, you dumb bitch. You don't even have kids. That's a fucking lie. If I said it, I would gladly admit it, but I didn't.
Kids, nigga.
Guys, let's not restart this. Hey, reset.
Yeah, recorded, playing back later on. Let me finish what I said to Rick, though.
So guys, for fuck's sake, come on, man. Let's not keep doing this shit. I want to have a conversation. We done did this shit for like the last 5-10 minutes. I wasn't paying attention, but I heard the noise. So let's just start over, okay? Let's pick it up with Cypher where he left off at. Let's have a conversation. No threats and all this extra shit outside. We'll move you guys off the stage so we can have a conversation. Let's go.
Gotcha. So go ahead, Rick. Can you name black inventions?
So I was trying to respond to you. So what I'd like to say is I'm sure I don't know what you're referring to. I don't know about black inventions, but possibly I'd say this. Because of the major things were invented by Europeans, I'm sure that what you're referring to are, let's say, modified versions of different things that are taken, let's say, that are taken from something we've invented. Can I finish the answer or no? Thank you.
No, because you just answered it with your submission. I'm going to reclaim my time because I don't want to waste it anymore. I know you're sorry. Go ahead and mute up so I can.
We're actually getting done.
Can I finish?
Shut up.
Okay.
Shut the fuck up.
Cipher. I'm sorry. I was trying to respond. Can you let me finish? Thank you very much. So what I'd like to say is this: I'm sure that what you're referring to is a modified version of something we have already invented back in the days. So you can proceed to mention the thing that you want to mention. Okay, please. Yeah. Go on.
That's all I'm doing. Reclaiming my time. So So Rick, you're making assumptions because you don't know what black inventions are, right? Not just the traffic signal, not just the automatic elevator, not just the refrigerated truck, not just the automatic gear shift, not just the carbon filament in the light bulb, not just the folding iron board, the home security system, air innovations, gas furnace, central air heating and cooling, the first electric cars, the fucking first planes out of Dayton, Ohio. Let's not go into the gas mask. Let's not go into all of the things you enjoy, like even satellite GPS, blood transfusions, and 50,000 other bags, and the millions more that were stolen. And you mentioned earlier about you guys inventing a fucking battery, and really you would have to explain, Brad, shut your fucking nigger ass up. Brad, hey nigger, you degenerate, recessive white fucking monkey, you shaved piece of animal shit, you pelican bird.
Did not invent the fucking world, you fucking moron. Just go back to screaming about how you're.
Yeah, I say most of the things you mentioned were not true. I don't think.
Bring you guys back up in a second.
The GPS was not invented by black guys. I don't think so. Gotta check this. Let me check this on ChatGPT. So who invented?
Wait a second. Guys, please don't start talking shit so much. Just calm down. Okay, thanks, man.
Well, I got a quick one for you. Aunt Jemima, her family fought the woke to keep her name and her on her brand. She was actually the original Martha Stewart before Martha Stewart was even known. Real talk. She actually used to be featured on a AM radio program, sharing recipes and whatnot on there. True story. Aunt Jemima's amazing. So you want to talk about innovators? She's the OG Martha Stewart. There's an example.
It's like the most powerful country, United States government, with a flagpole, camera, and a radio. I had a both.
Yeah, whoever has that Pepe title, I need you to speak. I don't know if it's
programmable radio.
It's me.
Be programmed by somebody.
Okay, just make sure. Okay, cool.
Yeah, but free. Just so you know, the GPS was Gladys West. He's 97 years old.
At night when these anti pricks come out, so we know where to go.
No, it says.
I'll let you hash it out.
I'm sorry. It says here, ChatGPT is saying.
ChatGPT.
The birth of GPS. 1973, the modern GPS concept was officially approved by the U.S. Department of Defense. The main architect was Dr. Bradford Parkinson, often called as the father of the GPS. I gotta check the skin color of this guy right now. What the really?
What's the point
Okay,
of
let's
the video?
check this. Okay, Dr. Bradford Parkinson. Okay.
What's the point of the video?
What is this?
So it is.
What's the point of the
Gladys
video?
Mae West is an American mathematician. She's also known for her contributions to mathematical modeling of the shape of the Earth and her work on development of the satellite geodesy models, which are later incorporated into GPS global positioning systems. Okay, so without this woman,
the system, you idiot.
This woman, Hold on, literally,
confirmation of
without
it. She
this
wasn't
woman, you
invented.
would not have
You
GPS.
fucking
Hold on, literally,
idiot.
you're interrupting me right now. I'm
Holy
telling you something.
shit.
I'm giving you real facts, and you're interrupting me, right? You're interrupting me, right?
Again, like, Jesus, you are.
You're interrupting me, right?
Brad, I want you to let him explain, Brad, because I want to hear what he got to say. Come on. What are you saying, sir?
Yeah. So literally, without this black woman's mathematics that was implemented into the GPS system, you would not have GPS. So if I have an intricate component to making what the next invention is possible, then I predate the original model. And without this without this woman, GPS would not be fucking possible.
What you're saying, that still won't get on like a car.
They wouldn't be
cars
possible
need
without.
Cars need wheels, but just because a person invented the wheel doesn't mean they invented the car. You understand? Like those are
No,
two separate
not the wheel. I'm talking about the engine. And without the engine, you wouldn't have a car. So if I created the engine to the car and the car model was built and my engine was put in the car, then I'm a contributing factor to the car, right?
Of course, yeah, you're a contributing factor, but you're still not responsible for the final model, the final setup, right? So if you say she contributed to it, based on what you're saying, I can accept that, but I won't say she's the inventor, based on what you're saying.
Well, I mean, you can't be a contributing factor.
What is the point of talking about inventions? Are we trying to compare white to black, red to brown? What is the point of this fucking conversation?
They're trying to prove black inferiority. The point of this is that black people are inferior.
Hey, Creed, don't come here with your fuck ass shit. Get the fuck out of here.
That's essentially.
I ain't when you come here doing this goofy shit. No, it's not.
That's not what
you just hopped in the fucking room. Go to the audience. Sit your ass down. Goofy ass. That's not the argument. No. Yeah, go ahead. But Cypher, you came in here. You started saying that white people. Real quick, hold on, stop. Let's just reset real quickly for this particular argument, which I don't necessarily care for it, but I know y'all already into it, so let's just try to get this shit over with. You said that white people stole everything from black people, and basically they couldn't create shit without us. Essentially, that's your argument, right? Cypher?
That's a harsh way of putting it, but yeah.
Well, I'm trying to make. Well, go ahead. I'm just trying to paraphrase so it makes fast. So that's how we got here. So we'll spend 5 more minutes on this shit and let's try to move on. But that's all. But go ahead and you guys wrap this shit up.
I've been getting on for like a solid 5 minutes. Look, just give me 1 minute, not even just 60 seconds. The point that I'm making is that without my original point was about humanity and dealing with the issue of racism and white supremacy, which also impacts poor whites like Brad, right? Once you get rid of that, you can move the human species forward. That's the only thing that's really holding us up, right? But when we're dealing with the ideology, like right now, I can't even get 60 seconds. I can't even get 60 seconds. Hey, Free, can I get my 60 seconds back, bro?
That part.
Hey, but Free, can I get that?
You can respond right to him. Yeah, Brad, let him wrap it up. He's at 60 seconds. Yeah, we got it, Brad. I'm gonna let you get the same breathing too.
I give 60 seconds to the rapist.
Right.
Right. That's great,
Brad. Okay, Brad.
And I was still on the stage.
Yeah. All right. Look. Free. You see what's happening? You see what's happening?
Girl in my family.
You see what I'm saying?
For fuck's sake, man. We're grown ass men. Chill. I see you saying.
That white nigga trigger.
Let him finish, Brad.
Fucking black watermelon.
So literally, when we unpack. Oh wow. Are you done?
Say your shit, man. Go ahead.
For real, bro. Y'all keep letting this man put on this.
Come on, I'm gonna let you chill so I can finish. I know he's in on it.
Go. I can finish.
Fair enough.
All right, go. So, gotcha. So when we unpack the human part, that's cool. But when we address the racial part that they created, okay, now we're talking about how inferior Black Americans are. And what I demonstrated is, hold up, without us, you wouldn't have a modern civilization. You would have still been stuck in the dark ages. You still would have been stuck in medieval times. All of the medicine, all of the shit that we gave you from before antiquity. Like, you're building yourselves on the back of our inventions, and also by highlighting the inventions, which Rick, falsely didn't know anything about Black inventors, right? But he said up here saying, oh, what white man did this, white man did that. I'm saying, no, without us, you wouldn't have the foundation to even support these things. But the real undergird of this is about ignorance. Your ignorance and your fear is what perpetuates these racial epithets, these racial comments, right? So when I respond to it with vitriol in the meaningful way, right? Then motherfuckers want to feel offended, right? But I'm just offended by their body odor. I'm offended by their lack of intelligence. I'm offended by their ignorance, right? But when I deal with them on their level and unpack their history, which they won't allow me to do that, it humbles everybody in the fucking room because there's degenerate people on both sides of the shit. Black, white, Latino, whoever the fuck you want to call it. That's the human condition. But once we deal with that shit and get rid of it, now we can actually have sentient conversations that are meaningful.
But by the way, guys, I just want to take a real quick break.
That's a minute. We're done.
Can I respond?
Hold on a second. I just want to make it real quick. So everybody in the audience, follow me on this account. Thank you.
Thanks. For the future,
So again, usually after that swamp waffle shit like that, we had to listen to the fake fucking
I just
businessman.
want to give Cypher some information. Cypher, for the future, there's an entire division that you can go to the website, the U.S. Department of Patents. Section. Hold on, when they have a section of Black American inventors and Black American.
Hello, my name is George Steenhardt. Welcome to Politics from the Prairie. We have a great guest today, Rachel Cameron, John Skinner.
Claim to live in Cuba.
Brad,
And yet
chill
you
out.
two-
Damn, let's.
Stop
It
saying
was actually
that.
on Brad. Brad was farming out the Cipher, so it was actually on Brad. But you can hop in after Creed. Go ahead, Brad.
All right, I got muted because you've got the. I'm so sick and tired of the blackety black. We invented the world. You didn't invent it. You didn't do anything outside of any other extraordinary culture. As a matter of fact, we can go and highlight this. You didn't invent aqueducts to bring fresh water. We know this because we have, guess what, archaeological evidence to prove that. That was actually gone on in the Roman times. They kind of invented that shit. The concrete thing is a big, massive advancement in society. Utilizing roadways, building infrastructure. Massively done under the Romans. They were the precursors to all of that shit. The Asians actually were farther advanced, and they didn't have any interaction with any Africans. They didn't come and steal that. And a lot of the trade routes that came from
Vote
northern
Joe.
Africa, that
Indomar
west
is
up
a
the Middle East,
fraud and a
places,
fake
they went into
Republican.
India.
Vote Joe.
They heard stories of trades and relations and all that stuff. They brought that information back to Africa. None of this shit that you cited, any of those inventions, contributions are not solitary inventions. And there are black inventors, but you couldn't name them. You went down the trope train because you're a fucking Hebrew Israelite. You're a fake fucking tashiki wearing motherfucker. You are not black. You are not black American. You said so yourself, that you lived in Cuba, that you were an international businessman, and then you said you wanted to rape my kid. That's what you said.
Bitch, I'm living in Cartagena, Colombia, and Medellin, and Ohio,
I don't
in Atlanta,
where you're at.
and Houston, bitch.
Again, Tashiki head.
And you can't even get your lie right, dude. Go on. Look how
wanting to be it. You're not an American. I don't give a fuck.
You're
not.
I'm going to be in your
Wait,
right.
I get moved for interrupting him, but I mean, I got that shit, Pepe. That's a weird room. That this piece of shit.
I have a tolerance until you don't stop. I got you though, Brad. You stop. Go ahead.
Again, he's fake. Again, this fake fucking Hebrew Israelite shit is just bullshit. You guys aren't fucking taken seriously. America doesn't take you seriously. No one wants to take you seriously. Your biggest contribution, your biggest invention, because you are not black, sir. You are not black American. You are just a fucking piece of shit that was a failed abortion attempt. All you're good for is standing on a street corner in New York City when you get to go visit all the successful people, and you're screaming, I'm going to be important someday, fuck me, and you step in line, and then you go to private little motel rooms so you can suck off of your other Hebrew Israelite faggot fucking pieces of shit. That's all you're good for. And the sooner that black women realize that you are just a vile piece of shit, the better off they're going to be. Yeah, you got that, right? Because you said you wanted to rape women on this stage. You said it. You said that. So now we know what you are. You're Pookie. You're the black man that black women talk about on this fucking end. You're the piece of shit that they don't want. They don't want you in their communities. You're the percentage, that 95% that seem to touch young black girls when they're fucking 3 years old. You're that type. We know who you are. Everybody does. That's why you're not in America. Stay the fuck out of my country and stop trying to compare yourself to black Americans. Because definitely black Americans fucking stand heads and shoulders above any fucking piece of shit.
Beat your ass, Brad.
You ain't gonna beat shit, motherfucker. You ain't going to beat shit.
No, they would. I'm in the South
beat shit.
All right, guys, come on.
But he's not saying anything free. I'm sorry, I'm just having fun.
Let's go. I appreciate you guys and forth. That's it. We're gonna move on from this subject. I know Creed want to come on stage and do a fucking TED talk. Creed, at most 3 minutes.
Both of these guys.
What happened?
Yeah.
Why don't they go to their own
Free, I'd like to
people can come in there
apologize,
instead of
Free,
taking over this
because
one.
I had no idea what was going on after hearing Brad. But I just wanted to say that I put in the chat from MIT 300 Years of African American Innovation, and the Department of U.S. Patents has an entire section. But after hearing Brad, I'm going to be quiet and go on mute.
Well, damn, hold on, wait, time out. This is a moment to reflect on. Yes, Creed has chosen not to speak. And no offense, Creed. I don't know what's happened to you. Maybe Charlie Kirk changed you or something. I don't know what the fuck. But I'm glad of the new man you become. I really respect that. Back to the topic. Lisa, you was trying to say something earlier? Lisario?
I was trying to respond to a guy.
Go ahead.
Real quick. Berekebeg, this guy, said that us Mediterraneans, Italians, basically Romans, are not white. I don't know what this guy, where this guy studied, but Italian people are white. The Romans are fucking
the
white.
The cheat sheet is that anybody does some great in history, they're black. So that's how you know that they're black. That's what the cheat sheet is. Yeah. That's the logic behind the belief. Yeah, the belief system is that anyone who has done some great in history is black. So the Egyptians, the Moors, any group that has transcended civilization, that's what they believe.
I'm very sorry, but these people don't live in reality. I mean, I am sorry for them. That's all I want to say. And also, it's not a competition between me and Cypher. Just Cypher, I understand what you're saying, but it is undeniable. And it would be stupid to deny the fact that most of the inventions that we have today, like the radio, like the battery, like the discovery of the atom, and splitting the atom in two, and all this stuff, nuclear energy is coming. This stuff is coming from Europe and the U.S. too. Yeah, but from white people, and I'm sorry if you're offended by that. It is undeniable. If you have a different view, I respect it. I personally think it's not based in reality, but okay. Just to the guy in the chat, don't say the Romans are fucking black. They're not. I'm white, okay? Okay, and I'm a direct descendant. I'm a direct descendant of the Emperor Cassio, okay? Straight.
Do you know the story of
my surname. Of course.
The Emperor. Did you say the Emperor of Cassio?
Cassio.
Oh,
No.
Like
the one that fucked his cousin.
Sound like an AOC relative.
No. He didn't fuck his cousin. It's okay.
Sorry.
But Rick, are you really saying that you're a white person? Not European, not Italian. Okay, I want you to. Do you know the etymology of that word? Rick, slow down. I'm not your enemy. But do you know the etymology of that word?
I know.
Do you know the etymology of the word white? Do you know the etymology?
Yes.
Do you know what etymology means?
And of course, English is not the first language. You can enlighten me on that, and please.
Okay, I put it in the chat, but you can also Google it. The etymology of the word, the English word, which is originally W-I-G-H-T, comes from the Old English word wit, meaning living being, creature. Hold on. Living being, creature, traces back to the Proto-Germanic whites, and ultimately the Proto-Indo-European root word which meaning thing or cause. Like you could really unpack that. I wouldn't, if I were you, I wouldn't really use that word. Like black doesn't describe me. I'm actually cinnamon colored, rather handsome and dapper, right? But Negro would probably be more accurate, right, for the description of me.
Negro is Latin. I'm sorry, Negro is Latin.
Right. But Negro would come from the word like nagid or the niggid, right? And if you look up that word, that's more accurate because the vulgar tongue, allow me to finish, the vulgar tongue perversed it from nagid, niggid to the nigger, the nigga, and the nigget, right? So if you look up the word, the etymology of the words, etymologies give you the roots of where these words originate from, right? So when you're talking about you're white, then you're calling yourself a thing or a creature. That's where they would probably come up with the word mankind versus man or human.
Brad, spell etymology.
Listen. The word nigga or nigger comes from the word negro, which is Latin, which means black. Okay. About the word white, well, I don't use. I'm Italian. I use bianco. Bianco is white in Italian, and also Latin, straight derivation from the Latin. And I don't know about this white etymology stuff. What I know for sure is that when in 55 BCE, Julius Caesar went to England, they called the word English, comes from how he called the people that were in there, and he called them Engrilis. From there it became English, which is the English that we know today. Engrilis is like the transliteration would be somebody who transforms into a rat, because actually were the Romans that brought actual civilization to, modern Western manners, let's say, into England at that time. And because they didn't even have toilets and stuff, and so they saw these people very dirty and stuff, and so we thought to civilize them.
Have you really studied white history
and export
and your hygiene?
Can I finish?
Your origins, your politics, and where they come from?
No. Wait a second. The hygiene of the modern Western world comes from the Rome.
No.
Okay.
No. Yeah, and have you looked at the Roman bathhouses and their hygiene?
Goddamn, of course.
Okay, unpack that for us. What does it look like?
Okay.
Isn't that where a lot of diseases came from?
Yeah, they would drink their urine.
No.
You guys didn't wash your bodies in the European Middle Ages and the Dark Ages?
Absolutely not. You're so wrong. What you're referring to, the French people. Can I finish? Am I allowed to finish? No. Am I allowed to finish or no? Okay, go ahead. What you're referring to? Okay, what you're referring to the French people that indeed did that, and that's why also we have the best perfumes that come from France, even today, because they were trying to hide this bad smell. And this is true.
Everyone is getting old.
Wait a second. And this is true, but actually the real, let's say, the hygiene, modern hygiene, how we wash ourselves today, how we go to the toilet, the toilets and the, all the different versions of the baths, and the Roman baths, the stuff that comes from the Roman times. And actually there was an emperor that was called Vespasiano, okay, that actually invented the public toilet. And even today in Italy, we call them Vespasiani. This type of toilet, we call it Vespasiani. It was invented by us, together with all the different, how you call this? I'm sorry, I don't have a very rich vocabulary in English.
It's not true. It's a very small percentage of the American.
What is the thing referring to? Hold on. The difference, Steve.
Take that out of the state. Fuck.
Anyway, well, the sewers, yes, sewers, and central heating also, and also the aqueducts, Well, I'm sorry. No, wait. I understand. Maybe they have a parallel version or something like that. I'm sure, but the modern way, the Egypt surely didn't have that modern means of sanitation.
There was a man, a long time ago.
They surely had something similar, that's for sure. But you can't compare what was done by the Romans.
Something similar. I think that they're the ones that even taught the Roman. Okay.
What else do we agree upon?
They were speaking Roman? No, I'm sorry. They didn't understand. What you said.
I didn't say that.
What did you say? I'm sorry. What did you say? No. What did you say?
I said that I believe that they even taught the Romans a lot of these inventions that you. That's why I said go ahead, because you're not responsive to it. It's okay. I'm just filling up the chat with a lot of history.
And were you in this room?
I understand. I understand all the cipher. I'm sorry. I understand. They could have had something similar to the Romans, Or you are saying, okay, the Egyptians were taught the Romans about this stuff. I don't think so. If you think so,
You don't know the history that you're talking about. I can tell.
No, I know a lot of history. I was born here, guy.
I've literally unpacked you on the stage, and I'm putting evidence in the chat. You don't know much about any of this because there's no way that you could be telling the truth about your posture in history.
Why is it so important for you to make some point like this? Would you like me to create a medal?
Where does the word vandalism come from?
Post it on your chest. Would you like a special medal that you're correct? I mean,
what it does though, Sean, it humanizes everybody. It definitely humanizes a lot of people where there's no superiority complex because there's nothing superior about it.
But when a white person
your origin story is filthy, it's nasty.
White inventor of this, blah blah blah, or the black inventor of this is this, blah 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 blah, or if you're a member of
it just humanizes because
I'm sorry.
The narcissistic disposition, the genetic narcissistic disposition of white people is not founded in anything of fact.
You limit yourself to it being all about black. You limit
yourself. No, it's not even about fact. It's about it being about facts. Because I can tell you some next so much because we love them so much. But
government is very boring if there's no excessive spending. But the truth is, government should be boring. Government should be exciting. Government should be the source of an economy. Government should not be the source of all the net income across the S&P 500. It's a problem. Borrowing and spending by the government, by any government historically, is a problem. You have to fight back and have a balanced budget because that's
to Charlie Kirk for an hour. You probably never listened to Charlie Kirk for even 1 hour. You probably never gave him a chance. The ignorance is fucking real.
I agree with him on 2 different points.
Yeah. I agree with a lot of people, and it's not just for the other. The issue is that all I hear coming out of your lifer and other people like you, like Mike as well on stage, is that you want to constantly point fingers and compartmentalize, whether it be sexual preference, color, whatnot. It comes from the party of your liberal asses.
Illinois record 5.
No, I'm not liberal. Hold on. I'm not liberal at all.
Get to work in public.
You're not liberal. That you can play either way. And
no.
Get to work in public.
No, it's not even independent. I'm more conservative than anything.
I'm just saying everything. Okay.
No, you're trying to because you're assuming.
Well, you don't understand then what conservatism is. It's like the same. You're like the same.
Listen, I have more conservative views than you probably do.
Right wing. You know what?
No, not at all. You're painting that. See how you're saying shit that I'm not saying?
Do you know the difference from a leftist?
But do you see how you're painting
shit to a radical to an extremist? There's 3 levels.
An extremist, a radical, an extremist. Why is it that you need to paint me in that position?
If you, I'm not painting you in a position. I'm just saying, basically, are speaking text-based form on every level where you come from and what you're saying. Everything you're saying screams.
No, you don't. Let me tell you though.
You're nowhere near the right side, bro.
I don't want you to put your foot in your mouth.
You're not even halfway.
Yeah, I want you to put your foot in your mouth.
You're left. You can call
I'm more
yourself
conservative than anything.
Hold on. Maybe at best, maybe you can call yourself middle left, but you're not.
Middle left? I mean, is that the way that you need to feel good?
You want to deny?
That's being kind. Cypher. We want to play compartmentalizing.
You need to feel good about that or something.
No, I think there's a lot of stuff evidence you're providing that makes it really easy to figure out who you are. You can say whatever.
You don't know who I am. I can tell you who I am, and you don't want to fucking be. You need to compartmentalize me because you're feeling insecure about your disposition in this conversation. You're feeling really insecure. I can feel your insecurity like moisturizer coming from the previous season I'm looking at, right?
Frustrated.
Right? So I can feel your disposition because you're insecure about what it is that I'm saying, and you don't know how to figure me out. You need to put me in a box to make yourself feel comfortable about it, but I can tell you who I am. I can tell you what I'm on. I can tell you exactly what I feel, my thoughts are. And you don't have to tell me that. You're not in a position to tell you
for black inventors when everyone else in chat was actually providing the answers and you weren't even reading them. I don't think you can even read.
Dude, I was actually having a conversation and giving the facts. And then I also put your question in the fucking chat and you just feel insecure about your position.
Stop writing your
It's insecurity, that's all it is. I feel it, I understand. I understand that you're insecure, bro. It's okay.
Sean, real quick, Cypher, I wanted to talk to you real quick. Do you want to deny all the inventions that I've mentioned before regarding the radio, regarding the battery, regarding all the stuff that I mentioned before, that came actually out of Italy and out of Europe? I understand you have a different point of view on what the Romans did with the Egyptians, and some things might even be true. Some of them, of course, not all of them. But do you want to deny all the inventions I've mentioned before?
Rick, did you hear what I said earlier? Yeah. But Rick, did you hear what I said? Did you hear what I said earlier about that?
Say it again.
Did you hear what I said earlier? No. Did you
I don't
hear?
remember.
Yes or
you
no?
said many things. I heard a lot of things. I don't know what you're referring to.
So you wasn't paying attention. So I'm going to tell you what I said. I'm going to tell you what I said, right? I said, you know what? I said, yeah, you have to listen. I said, you know what? You can have that. I'm going to just give that to you. I'm not even going to debate that shit. Okay. That's what I said about a half an hour ago.
It's okay.
Like, I don't care. Like, right? It means nothing because it doesn't take away. Hold on. It doesn't take away from the fact that Black Americans' contribution to the modern civilization is where we're at today because of our inventions. It doesn't take away from the 50,000 patents that are known. It doesn't take away from the millions more that have been stolen from us. Right? But it's not about, here's where I'm gonna humble you at. It's not even about black or white in this. Yeah, but hold on one second, dog. I'm gonna get out the way. Creed. Yeah, I'm gonna get out the way, Creed. I'm gonna let you cook. But here's the thing, the overall situation I'm really getting at. See, I like pissing some of you guys off because I know there's an inferior, insecure complex that creates white supremacy and racism. And I get entertainment from it. I really, truly do, right? And I love triggering you guys. But more importantly, because I have a very mixed and diverse family that is white, Latino, Black, and I am a Black American Negro, right? So that being the case, I really am for the human advancement, right? What's holding us up is this race issue. And this race issue is a white issue. It's something that you guys invented. And you have to deal with it. What Black people have to do also is heal from it. I'm in the business of healing my people. Oh no, yes you can. After I'm done. After I'm done, you can. I am in the business of healing my people from it, and my people just isn't limited to skin color. What I am doing by way of telling you guys the truth is humbling you to your humanness. There's nothing superior about your position. Because if I unpack European history, it is very grotesque. It is very diabolical and fucked up. And it can be just as fucked up as African history could be, just as Chinese history could be, as Asian history could be, just as human history actually fucking is. So the only thing I'm really doing outside of having the entertainment of pissing people like Brad off and other motherfucking racists on the stage, I love that. I do. I may call me immature or anything, but I love getting you guys so riled the fuck up. Because one thing's going to happen is two things for sure. There's enough information online that your children are going to access that they're going to be very humbled by it now. And they're going to be pissed off of the comments and the rhetoric and the recordings that they're going to hear from their immediate parents and their ancestors as they start to delineate from wanting to even be whites or even marry within their own fucking space. You guys are breeding yourselves out. White supremacy is on a self-destructive course of no return, right? And what will be remembered of you in history, I'm landing it right here. What will be remembered of you is nothing nice. It's going to be everything that you're going to have to defend in the future and make sense of. You have to reconcile that.
Woo. Okay, real quick. I would like to respond if possible. I respect your opinion. I absolutely don't agree with that. And actually, I would like to really correct you on one thing that you just said. You said that this division thing.
Yeah, and I'm like just now in that arena of like dipping my toes just barely into the water, you know, talking with people, but I'm going to stick to my commitment. This is our last year of high school. We don't have very long to go.
I'm gonna play for you guys. It's a tribute for all the strong women. Give me a second. There you go.
Okay.
We need more strong women on Clubhouse, like you guys all.
Puta madre.
The Jazeera broadcasts everything and all. That was good. But most of them are dead. They got killed.
I don't know.
I'm gonna shut up.
You know, the thing of it is, my husband and I, we had those conversations, and he knew the kind of person that I was, and I knew the kind of person that he